Hey beautiful people, hola mi gente, what's up, que bola, I'm back. So today we're on day 8, week 2 of the Ancestral Healing video series, and today's theme is what altars are and what they're not. And I did not time this, it landed on a Monday, and I think it's hilarious because you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you want to check out my previous video series of the 30 days of boundary boot camp, you can find that on my highlights section on my Instagram page at The Truth of Vida. So let's talk about these altars. This could be a 20-hour conversation, but I'm just summarizing, so don't come at me in the fucking comments, because some of y'all still think it's spooky when really it's sacred. It's not about summoning ghosts or conjuring demons like the nonsense you see on TV. Okay, let's be real. This is about honor, lineage, connection, period. All right, so I have several ancestral altars. One ancestral altar, which is what myself and several family members have, and we work it on Mondays, is called a bóveda espiritual, which is coming from Afro-Caribbean traditions. Isn't some witchy decoration you pull out in October. It's an active living space. Think of it like a spiritual phone line to your people. It's where you go to talk, to pray, to cry, to give thanks, to ask for guidance. It's a sacred space where you connect with your roots. And you don't need to start with anything elaborate. It can be as simple as a clean table, a shelf, anything. A white cloth, a glass of water, and a candle. It can even be a birthday candle. That's it. Don't overthink it. So in Espiritismo and Santeria and other Afro-Caribbean traditions, the bóveda often has 3, 7, or 9 glasses of water, a cross or a crucifix, depending on your lineage, ile or santo house, photos of ancestors, flowers, a rosary, a white candle. Water is key. Why? Because it represents clarity, communication, and spiritual flow. It's a spiritual Wi-Fi, so keep it fresh, clean, and prayed over. I also have an indigenous ancestral altar connecting to my Taino roots. As a Native American and indigenous earth-based practices, you'll find what's some called a medicine wheel altar, or a sacred directional altar, which honors the 4 sacred directions and the 4 elements. For example, east is air, symbolizing new beginnings, breath, and clarity. You can use feathers, incense, or wind chimes. South, which is fire, representing transformation and passion, a candle or a small fire. West, which is water, the emotions, dreams, and sometimes the ancestors. Use a bowl of water, river stones, or shells. North, which is earth, also known as spirit, which is wisdom, grounding, bones, and the ancestors, including herbs, soil, tobacco, or crystals. Again, it could be different depending the lineage or the tribe and the region, okay? These altars remind us that we're a part of the earth and not separate from it. They're used in ceremony, prayer, healing, and daily life. Some tribes might use a bundle altar or a sacred pipe altar depending on the ritual, the lineage, and the region and the tribe, okay? Just hear me out. In Mexican traditions, especially during Dia de los Muertos, it's called an ofrenda. That word literally means offering. These altars are vibrant, full of life, food, drink, photos, marigolds, calaveras, which are skulls, candles, and papel picado. It's not sad. It's a celebration. You're welcoming your dead back with joy, music, pan de muerto, tequila, tamales, whatever they loved. And last year in Halloween, and I was in NOLA, and I went and I provided offerings to the ofrenda that they had there for Day of the Dead. In Japanese Buddhist traditions, there's something called a butsudan, which is a family altar in the home where incense, candles, and ancestral tablets are offered. In West African traditions, particularly Yoruba, they don't always use physical altars, but they do have shrines to the ancestors and to the Orisha, often outdoors or at the base of sacred trees. So in certain traditions and religions, the ancestral altar is of the utmost importance. Like, in my culture and lineage, we have a saying, sin muerto no hay santo, which means without the dead, there is no saint, aka Orisha, as no elevated being to connect with. The dead always come first. They're always your first line of defense, and every one of us have ancestors. Even if you don't have an actual altar, some of you are already honoring your ancestors in your own unique way. You might have a photo altar in your bedroom, a nature altar by your front door. You may have a memorial altar with a candle with those names of the loved ones on there. So when my partner and I had our ceremony of marriage, we made sure to include our loved ones that are not with us anymore. We had them inscribed, their names inscribed in a candle. So I usually light it once a year, and that is our memorial altar. And we light it on our special day to honor those that are not with us, because without them, we wouldn't be here. Some people keep a kitchen altar to honor the spirit of the home and nourishment. Some of you also have a hearth or a fireplace. That is an altar back in the day. If your lineage is blended, your altar can be a little bit blended too. And offerings don't have to be fancy. They could be a shot of coffee or rum, a slice of fruit, a bowl of rice, flowers from your walk, a poem, your tears, your growth. This isn't about aesthetics. It's about a relationship. It's not a vending machine where you ask and expect results. It's a devotion station, a listening space, a healing mirror. So no, it's not spooky. It's sacred. It's your lineage calling you home. Okay? And if you're ready to go deeper, like I said, this could be a 20-hour conversation. I got you. But hear me out. You can download my pre-recorded webinar, which is about prayer, meditation, following your intuition. Ancestors Among Us is another one where you can see what these practices actually mean beyond religion and fear. Grab the pre-recorded guided meditation to meet an ancestor to help you connect with your ancestors in a grounded, safe way. There's one spot left for the rebirth retreat, and if you're feeling pull to shed, heal, and rebuild, that may be for you. And of course, I've got the transformational programs like Love Thyself. I also have my private membership, I Am the Altar, and more, where this isn't just information, it becomes real integration. Thank you for honoring this work, your lineage, and yourself. Thank you for listening to this long video. It's longer than my usual ones, but altars are a big conversation. Now go pour that water, light that candle, and say their names out loud, because they've been waiting on you. It is Monday, is the day of the dead in my tradition and lineage, so they've all been taken care of. They love to get spoiled, but I built a relationship, and it took me a while to connect, and it's going to take you a while to connect. Just because you don't feel or see or hear anything doesn't mean that they're not there. You have ancestors with you since the day you were born. The original ancestor that we all have in common is Earth herself, Mother Earth. So do not forget about her. And the next time you go outside and see the beautiful sky or see the beautiful stars at night, a shooting star, the sun, the moon, the rain, the clouds, the earth, the trees, the animals, say thank you to her, because without her we wouldn't be able to survive either. So I hope that helps. And again, this is just a summary. If you really want to have a one-on-one conversation, book a mentoring session and we can talk about ancestors, altars, and all that jazz. I love you and have a great day.